word. Whole thing is all about being on time, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So we're out of here. To go to Pearl Harbor?
Yeah. Sure.
Well, ladies, you're right. You're on the right bus today. Okay, so we're actually going to the Polynesian Culture Center. Today's going to be a very exciting day for you. In fact, let me ask you this question. How many of us over here have been to the Culture Center before? 1, 2, 3, 4. When was the last time you were there, sir?
20 years ago.
Oh my goodness. You, sir?
1975.
I wasn't here yet. Yeah. All the way at the back?
69.
A lot of us weren't here yet. How are you? 15 years, you guys? 95. Well, it's already the due date already. You guys need to get back. So the Polynesian Culture Center, reason why I ask you is that the Culture Center, it changes every year. So every year it expands, and also the shows that starts inside the Culture Center, it changes every year. So the production that you're going to see today, there's some production that actually brand new started this year. Okay, so, and that's a good thing because people are excited. You have the Ambassador, Island Buffet, a Little Luau. Now, it all depends on the package that you have. You're able to see everything today. Now, everybody also has a piece of paper that you got. Now, the drive today, somebody asked, the drive today is to go to the Culture Center. It takes about an hour and 15 minutes depending on traffic. Now, there's a lot of traffic going on when we get there because they're fixing the road. So it's going to take a little more than about an hour and 15 minutes. Has anybody here drove or went the other way around the island? Did you guys get stuck at that traffic?
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys are going to get stuck at that traffic. So what I'm trying to do today is make things kind of more easier for you. So that when we get there, you won't have to worry about going through all of these lines. So you all should have a piece of paper or a voucher on you. I want you to look at that piece of paper. It tells you what package you purchased for at the Culture Center, because I'm going to come around and collect all of that from you today. Okay, but before I take it away, I want you to make sure you know what package you have. Some of you have it on the phone. That's fine. But I'm going to show you what package that you purchased if you don't know. If you have any questions, feel free to as I come around and collect these vouchers. So sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. I'll get back on the mic in just a few minutes. Aloha! And priests are actually buried, and also now today they have veterans laid to rest here. Has anybody been here? I'm sure some people have been here already. Anybody been here? This road here on your left, it goes all the way to the back to a Japanese temple. It's the same exact built like the ancient Kyoto temple in Japan. How many of us seen the movie The Last Samurai? Have we seen The Last Samurai? Remember Tom Cruise? So when Tom Cruise he was captured by the samurai family. They took him to meet the samurai chief of that family at the temple. It was actually filmed at that Japanese temple in the back. Karate Kid Part 2 was filmed right here. Mr. Miyagi, ladies and gentlemen, he's from Hawaii. He's a local. A lot of movies were filmed here, ladies and gentlemen. TV series such as, you guys all know Hawaii 5-0, even Magnum P.I., the old and new. Anyone seen Lost? The first 3 episodes of Lost, ladies and gentlemen, was filmed right there on your left. You see that White House all the way back there?
Yeah.
Before those houses were built there, that's where Lost was filmed, all the way out there. It's pretty cool, huh? The thing we don't get it though is that they call themselves Lost, the highway's right here. A lot of movies were filmed here, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of movies. The good thing about movies filming in Hawaii is that Hawaii portrays any country around the world. Also when we film movies, the weather also helps out with that too, because I don't know if you know this, ladies and gentlemen, the planet, or our planet Earth, has 13 climate zones. Okay? Hawaii has 11 of those climate zones. Can anybody guess which 2 climate zones we don't have?
So it's got to be Arctic.
Who's it? One is Arctic. What's the second one?
Desert.
Desert. Those are the 2 zones we don't have. which tells you, if you did not know, now you know. Ladies and gentlemen, it snows in Hawaii. Okay. Everybody say Mauna Kea.
Mauna Kea.
Mauna means mountain, Kea means white. It's white mountain. There is snow on top of that mountain right now. The mountain though is on another island. It's called the Big Island of Hawaii. Mauna Kea, ladies and gentlemen, is the tallest mountain in the world. Mount Everest is the highest peak on Earth. If you put Mauna Kea next to Mount Everest and you measured it from the floor to the tip of the top of its peak, Mauna Kea surpasses Mount Everest a couple hundred feet more. Like any other person, you ask somebody how tall are you, you're not going to say, well, from my hip, I'm tall from my hip over here. You always measure from your feet, from the bottom, from the base. But the good thing about that, ladies and gentlemen, is that people do ski and snowboard on Mauna Kea. In fact, some of them take their surfing boards and they actually slide on Mauna Kea. And on the same day, they do go and enjoy the beach too. That is why we are called paradise, right? Yeah, exactly. That's why you're here. You're here because we're paradise. Yeah. Right? Raise up your hand if you love being here in Hawaii. Keep your hands up. How about when you spend your money here? Ladies and everybody say Mokoli'i. It's also nicknamed Poi Pounder Island. On your left, keep on your right. You see that beach? Okay, I'm glad you saw the beach. On the rainy day, you'll be able to see it. But that beach you're looking at, that's where they film multiple movies. You also know that beach because that's where the guy yelled out, the plane, Fantasy Island. Also, Gilligan's Island was filmed on that beach. Multiple was filmed on that beach. Another movie that's filmed there is, anybody seen Along Came Polly? The beach scene is on that same beach. I know everybody's seen this one. Pirates of the Caribbean was filmed on the same beach. It's nice and white, and I'm sure some people have been into the Macadamia Nuts outlet that we just passed. Ladies and gentlemen, macadamia nuts are not from Hawaii.
No.
Does anybody here know where they're originally from?
Yeah, we learned that a couple of days. Australia.
They're from Queensland, Australia. The only reason Hawaii is popular with it because they put chocolate over it. That is it. Okay. Well, this town we're passing through right now, this town is called Kualoa. Everybody say Kualoa.
Kualoa.
Kualoa is very unique because this piece of land was owned by the king of Hawaii, the first king. Now he sold 4,000 acres, which is Kualoa today. He sold 4,000 acres to a man named Jeremy Judd for only $1,300. That piece of land today now is making this family very rich today because this piece of land is where they film multiple movies now. Kualoa, ladies and gentlemen, starts from the island that you see out there in the open. On this side right here, the nickname of this piece of this island is called Chinaman's Hat, right there. Kualoa is from that island. All the way to your left, behind this mountain range, is Kualoa. Today is now called Kualoa Ranch. Kualoa Ranch on your left, ladies and gentlemen, all this piece of land here, all Kualoa Ranch. If anybody's been there before, they take you horseback riding, ATV rides, they do all of that here, Kualoa. Now imagine back then, before it was a ranch, this flat land area here, you see, this was a sugar mill. The only artifact that's still on this piece of land that dates back to the 1800s is the remains of the sugar mill right here on your left. Is everybody happy? Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take a close look on the left and keep on your left. Can anybody here tell me what these trees are called? And don't say bonsai. These are called monkey pods. Yeah. In the islands, we call these kalie. Everybody say kalie. Kalie. Now, the reason I'm pointing these trees out to you, because after the attack at Pearl Harbor, the military built a military base right here on your left. They cleared everything except for these trees. They used these trees for camouflage and shelter. They hid tanks, gun machines, and native trees hiding from the enemy. After World War II, they gave back the land to the owner at that time. Ladies and gentlemen, monkey paws are not from Hawaii. They're originally from Africa. How many of us here have seen an African documentary about Africa? A big mushroom-looking tree? Those are monkey paws. The gentleman that it was actually brought earlier than him, but one gentleman also helped bring the trees to Hawaii. A famous author, you know him very well, Mark Twain. He grew his own monkey paw tree in the big island of Hawaii. The only thing that they still remains here during the World War II, the military base, are the bunkers. So when we make this turn here on the left, you'll see a bunker here on your left hand side, right on top here. If you have cameras, keep on looking. If you have a bunker right there. If you have cameras, get them out, because I want to point out to you where all the movies were filmed. Right here on the left hand side, ladies and gentlemen, also known as Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's the horses on the trail.
Look at that.
Sure.
Right there, Jurassic Park.
That's where all the animals are.
That's where they-
Ladies and gentlemen, Jurassic Park is the 4,000 acres. Now you probably don't know this, but you have seen Jurassic Park in a lot of movies. Okay? How many? Well, put it this way: how many of us have seen the movie Jumanji? It was filmed in Jurassic Park. I know everybody's seen this one. Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
A lot of them were filmed in Jurassic Park. Anyone seen the movie Avatar? It wasn't filmed here. It was actually filmed on a computer. Ladies and Avatar, though, the computerized design of that rainforest is actually from Hawaii. The design's from Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, how's our captain doing? Let's give our captain a round of applause who gives us right now. Now I want to introduce you our captain today. Our captain here is Cousin Kyle. Everybody say aloha, Cousin Kyle. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
The guys in the back didn't hear. Can you stand up and do it again so they can hear? Cousin Kyle will take good care of us all the way to the Culture Center. And then later on today, I'll tell you where the bus is going to be meeting you at. Like I mentioned earlier today, my name is Cousin Boyd. My whole name is Cousin Boyd Faimafili Lawano. That is my first name. Okay? But for short, you can just call me Cousin Boyd. Yeah, we have Cousin Boyd and you have Cousin Kyle. Typical Polynesian names, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you heard me earlier say about the word ohana, right? Everyone say ohana.
Ohana.
What does ohana mean?
Family.
Family. In Polynesian, family is very important. Now, I know we have a lot of parents and grandparents here. This is an example why family in Polynesia, we take it to another level. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you let your kids go and play, you're very cautious where they play. You want to make sure their safety. Am I correct?
Yeah.
In Polynesia, it's different. That's not the case. I'm not saying our parents don't care, but when the kids go and play, they're okay to play anywhere they want to. They can end up playing at other people's houses that our parents don't know, and that's still okay. Because in our culture, if the kids did anything inappropriate at the houses they're playing at, it's okay for the parents at that house spank them. When they come back home crying to their parents, guess what happens?
Get a spanking
They
again.
get spanking again. Exactly. You guys like that system?
Yes.
I grew up with that system.
You grew up as it? Well, I didn't. That's why I moved to America. Okay? That system in Hawaiian, we call that term kuleana. Everybody say kuleana. Kuleana means responsibility. Everybody is responsible for each other. You know that saying, it takes a whole village to raise a kid? In Polynesian, we literally do that. We want you to feel that family feeling when you come to the Culture Center today. You come and snorkel around today. Waikiki, cousins, is a terrible place to go and snorkel. You won't see anything. Unless you take that catamaran to go out, you'll see a few. But if you just go right off the sand there, you won't see anything. You'll just see a lot of legs, and that's all. Right? But the best place in Waikiki probably closer to the zoo. But the thing about a lot of you cousins, you guys are on the opposite of the end. Okay, so Hanamape is a good place to go snorkel. Okay. But if you see anything like this, this is a very good place to go and snorkel. Just look for the water the ocean breaking in a straight line out, you do that. The reason why we know this because in Polynesian, as we grow up, we're taught as a young boy to go and fish. We actually go spear fishing, so we go night diving fishing, and we do a lot of surfing too. The best thing about fishing right by where the waves are breaking, because you will find a lot of big fishes about this big. That's why we do a lot of night diving. If we go a little bit further out, then we'll see a lot of tiger sharks right next to the reef. Okay. But it's okay. We like it. Sharks won't bother you as long as you don't bother them. Some sharks. Okay. In Hawaii, you'll be fine. Any cousins here from Australia? Okay, I was gonna say, I went surfing in Australia at Coffs Harbour. That's the most sharks I've ever seen in my life. My goodness. I think Australia and South Africa. But good, they can stay there. You enjoy the beach this island, you guys are good. You don't have to worry about that. So you cousins seen the beaches, right?
Yeah.
So you seen the beaches here are always empty. There's nobody here. Because everybody wants to go to Waikiki. Now you know which beach to go to now, right? Right here on this side of the island. I want to give you a tip now. You can come to enjoy the beach. This side of the island, the best days for you cousins is from Monday to Friday. Those are the best days. Don't come on a Saturday or Sunday. Those are my days. Okay? That's when all the locals come out. They don't work on the weekends. Is everybody happy?
Yeah.
All right, cousins. All right, no, understand. Now you know, see the rain. Oh boy. So this is the tricky thing about this rain. It can be raining over here, and when we get to the culture center, it's not raining. It's just, and it rains hard for like 10 minutes, and then that's it. And then it comes back again. But now you know, don't worry, cousins, we're gonna have a good time today, whether it rains or not. How many of us over here are celebrating a special event? Anybody on honeymoon? We have a honeymoon cousin right here. When was the big day, cousins? 1st of February. Let's give the cousins a big round of applause. Congratulations, cousins. Congratulations. Hey, happy birthday, cousins. Happy birthday. Happy birthday in the back there. Okay. Now you're probably wondering, why am I asking you these things? Cousins, this is very important. At the Polynesian Culture Center, when you arrive, they're going to ask you if you're celebrating anything. Honeymoon, anniversary, birthdays. If you're a vet too, let them know, because they'll give you a pin. That pin you wear on your chest, your shirt, whatever, you walk around, people will see it, you become a celebrity at a culture center. People come and congratulate you. And if you go to a store, Aloha, cousins, is part of our culture. In every island in Polynesia, we're Christian people. It's part of our culture. Now, what I mean by Christianity, before Christian missionaries came to our islands to teach us about Christianity, our forefathers already had that in our culture. It's the belief in our culture. See, our belief in Christianity is that when God created men, it's through his nostrils that he gave the breath of life. In Hawaiian, breath of life is called ha. Everybody say ha. Ha. Ha are the last two letters in the Hawaiian greeting word, aloha. So aloha, cousins, the ancient meaning of the word aloha is, how may I be an essence of life to you? Because of the ha, or the breath of life at the end of the greeting word. Aloha is two words, alo and ha. Alo means to share or to look or be equal with, and ha is the breath of life. Today, aloha now means three different things. Oh, you see the seal here on your right? It comes every now and then. And when it does come, they make it a state park. It's good though. But the word aloha, cousins, when foreigners came to Hawaii back in the 1800s, then aloha became three words, which is, anybody know the three meanings of aloha? They still continue today. Hello, goodbye, love, and it's true. So when you say aloha today, cousins, you have to pronounce it exactly how it means. You cannot just say aloha and assume the other individual thinks that you know what you're talking about. So I'm going to pronounce aloha in 3 different ways. I want you to tell me whether I'm saying hello, goodbye, or love. So if I come up to you and say aloha, what am I saying? Hello. If I turn around and say aloha, goodbye. What about if I say aloha? Ladies, if you hear men at the Polynesian culture say that to you, that means they love you. Okay? Men, if you hear men say that to you, run. Cousins, we're gonna have a fun time today. Don't worry, a lot of fun time today at the Culture Center. You see, when I told you that it's raining over there and it's probably dry over here, it always happens. So that rain that we saw over there is actually gonna be over here. Okay? So we're gonna try and get these things going fast and going so we get to the Culture Center and enjoy. Now, for those who want to upgrade, let me know. Actually, I want to try and make things quick here. Anybody, for those who have the luau package and the island buffet, anybody here decide to upgrade? Okay, what was the last name?
Myers.
Myers?
No, B.
Myers.
Oh yeah, the one with the B. And,
Astillo.
okay. Castillo, you say Castillo?
No C.
Oh.
Without the C. Astillo.
So when we arrive, I want to put your name in so that when they print the tickets right away, they won't print the tickets that they already printed now. The seats will change for you today. So your seat says upgraded, okay, when we arrive. For those still thinking about it, let me know. If you want a guided tour, we'll give a guided tour when we arrive. Okay. Now, we just finished talking about the word aloha, okay? At the Culture Center, you're gonna hear everybody say hi to you, and it almost sounds like aloha. Every island in Polynesia that except for 2, the greeting words sound the same. So Hawaii say aloha, in Samoa where I'm from, everybody say talofa.
Talofa.
Okay, in New Zealand, kia ora.
Kia ora.
In Marquesas, ka oha.
Oha.
In Tahiti, yorana. Oh, just be careful. Don't say your mama. Huh? But you hear the similarity between aloha, it's all the same, kind of the same. Now, only 2 islands is different is New Zealand, is Tonga and Fiji. In Tonga, they say malo elele. That's pretty good. Well, Fiji's the easiest one. Everybody say bula.
Bula.
That's it. So the greeting words are different. Now, one thing you need to be careful, because please don't be offended, is that every island you go to, they greet you different. Some greet you with a happy face, some greet you with a smiley face, some with a mean face. New Zealand is the only island you go to, they greet you with a mean face, plus they stick their tongues out at you, and they hold a spear. It's just part of their culture. So your guided tours will explain to you all these things so you will understand. Okay? Don't worry, they're not telling you your dinner for tonight. Okay? But you'll see them when we get to the Culture Center today. Another thing you learned when you go to the guided tour, cousins, please, my suggestion is don't do any shopping. You have a lot of time after your dinner tonight before the show starts. That's your shopping time. When you're on tour, let that time be your learning, education part for the Polynesian Culture Center and also education of the culture.